A beautiful day in the heart of Texas suddenly met with utter devastation. What began as an ordinary day with the sun casting its warm glow over the sprawling landscape quickly turned into a nightmare for the residents of the nearby towns. A ticking time bomb concealed within the imposing structures of a refinery suddenly unleashed its destructive force. Flames erupted from the heart of the refinery, destroying everything in their path as lives hung in the balance. This is the story of the Texas refinery explosion. Nestled amidst the vast expanse of the Texan landscape, the refinery stood as a symbol of industry and of progress, its towering structures reaching towards the endless sky. On an ordinary day in the bustling month of July, the facility buzzed with activity like a hive of busy bees in motion. Workers bustled about with their helmets and protective gear as they went about their daily tasks. The rhythmic sound of machinery filled the air, a constant reminder of the ceaseless activity that powered the economy of the region. For the residents of the nearby towns, the refinery was more than just a place of work. It was a fixture of their daily lives. Many had relatives or friends who worked within its confines, their livelihoods intertwined with the success of the facility. This refinery provided jobs and stability to the community, serving as a beacon of prosperity and opportunity in an otherwise rugged landscape. The refinery wasn't merely a structure of steel and concrete. It was a vital part of their existence, intricately woven into the fabric of their daily lives. To them, it represented more than just a place of employment. It symbolized stability, opportunity, and community. Countless individuals relied on the refinery for their livelihoods, with family members and friends toiling within its walls day in and day out. Their ties to the facility ran deep, as the success of the refinery often directly correlated with the prosperity of the entire region. It wasn't just a job, it was a lifeline for many families, providing not just income, but also a sense of security and of purpose. The refinery's presence had shaped the landscape of the surrounding towns for generations. For families, the refinery wasn't just a workplace. It was a backdrop to cherished memories and traditions. Summer picnics in the nearby parks were a common occurrence, with the rhythmic sounds of industry serving as a familiar soundtrack to all of their gatherings. Through good times and bad, the refinery stood as a stalwart pillar of the community, a testament to resilience and perseverance, a stoic sentinel that was always there watching over the community, ready to feed the region's economy. Generations of families had grown up in the shadow of the refinery, their lives shaped by its very presence. Children played in its shadow, and families gathered for picnics in the nearby parks, the distant hum of machinery serving as background music for their conversations. But on this particular day, the tranquility of the Texas landscape was brutally interrupted by a sound that seemed to tear through the very fabric of existence. A deafening sound that could be heard for miles around. It was a sound that sent shockwaves through the earth, causing the ground to tremble beneath the sheer force of the massive explosion. In the blink of an eye, the once serene surroundings were transformed into a scene of chaos and destruction. Flames erupted from the heart of the refinery, causing so much havoc as a deafening roar ripped through the Texas landscape and shattered the peacefulness that had blanketed the region. It wasn't just noise. It felt like the very essence of chaos had been unleashed. The sound echoed for miles, jolting everyone to attention, signaling that something terrible had just happened. The very ground seemed to shake in protest, as if unable to bear the weight of the explosion's force. What had once been a tranquil setting now resembled a scene from a nightmare. The refinery, once bustling with industry, was now engulfed in flames, casting an eerie glow across the surroundings. The air turned thick and heavy, filled with the choking smell of smoke and burning debris. It made breathing difficult, assaulting the senses of those unfortunate enough to be nearby. The sky, once a vast expanse of blue, was now obscured by dark clouds of smoke, casting a pall over the land. Panic spread through the surrounding communities like wildfire, as residents scrambled to flee from the destruction. The streets were a chaotic mess of cars and of people, their frantic movements a desperate attempt to outrun the flames that threatened to consume everything in their path. Mothers clutched their children close, their hearts pounding with fear as they searched for safety amidst everything that was going on. The once proud structures of the refinery now stood as twisted remnants of their former selves, their steel frames warped and mangled by the force of the blast and the resultant heat of the fire. What had once been a beacon of industry and progress now lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the fragility of human endeavor in the face of nature's wrath. As the flames continued to rage unchecked, brave firefighters and first responders rushed towards the inferno, their selflessness shining brightly amidst the darkness. The firefighters battled tirelessly to contain the blaze and save as many lives as possible. Their bravery was truly remarkable, a testament to the unbreakable human spirit when faced with such overwhelming challenges. Amidst the heartbreak and chaos, tales of resilience and hope emerged. Families sought solace in each other's arms, finding strength in their unity as they faced unimaginable loss. Together, neighbors stood firm, refusing to be defeated by the destruction as they committed to restoring their community with unwavering determination. In the days and weeks that followed the Texas refinery explosion, the full scale of the devastation became painfully evident. Families mourned the loss of loved ones, their hearts heavy with grief, while others grappled with the sudden destruction of their homes and of their livelihoods. It was a time of profound sorrow and disbelief as the community struggled to come to terms with the enormity of the tragedy. And yet, amidst the overwhelming despair, there was a glimmer of hope, a collective determination to overcome adversity and rebuild shattered lives. Volunteers from all walks of life descended upon the affected areas, their sleeves rolled up and their hearts brimming with compassion. They worked tirelessly, clearing debris, providing aid, and offering solace to those in need. Their selfless acts of kindness served as a beacon of light in the darkest of times, reminding us all of the strength and resilience of the human spirit. In the face of such tragedy, the Texan spirit shone brightly, refusing to be dimmed by the devastation. It was a testament to the indomitable resolve of the community, a reminder that even in the midst of loss and despair, there's always hope. And as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the people of Texas came together, united in their commitment to rebuild, restore, and reclaim what had been lost. While the wounds inflicted by the Texas refinery explosion may never fully mend, neither will the resilience of those who lived through it. Amidst the rubble and chaos, a newfound sense of purpose arose, a shared commitment to rebuild and move forward better than before. In the face of unimaginable loss, there was a stirring of unity, a recognition that they were stronger together than they could ever be alone. Neighbors reached out to one another, offering support and solace in the midst of their shared grief. Bonds were strengthened as the community rallied around those most affected, providing aid and comfort in any way that they could. Despite the heavy burden of loss, the people of Texas gazed towards the future with a mixture of sorrow and hope, knowing that together they could navigate through the darkest of times.